Hey, it's Brandon, and welcome to Retro Reactions, a place where I experience amazing music from the 70s, 80s, and 90s for the very first time. And today we're going to be traveling all the way back to 1973 to listen to the full album Quadrophenia by The Who. So I'll be doing one side each month. Really excited for the journey. It's been a long time coming. And of course, this one comes from my amazing supporter here and over on Patreon, Arnie. So thanks so much, Arnie, for finally leading me to this album. It's been on my to-do list for a long time. Honestly, it's been a bit daunting because of the length of the album, a double album, of course. So what a perfect way to do it. Really excited, and of course, thanks for all your support. So today we will cover tracks 1 through 5, which are titled I Am the Sea, The Real Me, Quadrophenia, Cut My Hair, and The Punk and the Godfather. This is their 6th studio double album and is their 3rd rock opera. The story follows a young mod named Jimmy and his search for self-worth and importance. It's the only Who album entirely written by Pete Townsend. The album was toured multiple times, and a film version was released in 1979. Out of the 17 songs, I've only heard and reacted to 3 of them: The Real Me, Quadrophenia, and Love Reign O'er Me. Of course, I don't remember them well at all, so it'll be nice to hear them again, and in the context of the full album story. Anyway, without further ado, let's go. Alright, we'll start with I Am the Sea. It introduces the different musical themes of the album. You know I love water. So satisfying.
Can you see the real me? Can you? Can you?
Ooh. Looks like we're gonna blast into the next song, The Real Me. That was unexpected. I didn't expect it to be so minimal. The nature sounds, minimal vocals, but again, a foreshadowing of the songs that we're gonna get coming up. Really enjoyed that. The intro was moody, evocative, a bit mysterious. Great combination of vibes. The sounds of the sea, literal sounds all around me. That's everything to me. You probably know I love water sounds. We got plenty of them. We even got rain. Wow, so beautiful. They were gorgeously recorded, might I add. It was already giving me a musical, theatrical feel just with those few vocals here and there. I like the panning they were doing on the vocals. Just enough of a teaser of what's to come. And then boom, we're going to get huge with The Real Me. Let's go. So of course we're already getting very introspective in this one. Jimmy doesn't know who he is. He struggles with how everyone sees him, his friends, his parents, his employers, the mods, and even himself. Keith and John already killing it.
I went back to my mother. I said, I'm crazy, Ma, help me. He said, I know how it feels, son, 'cause it runs in the family. Can you see the real me, Mama? Mama, can you see the real me, Mama?
High bass. Wow, talk about a blast of energy. I wonder, does every song transition into the next? That would be cool. I suspect not, but what do I know? I think they all have so far. So the full-on rock has arrived. What a strong song. The drums, the bass, I was savoring every note. They were shining bright. Probably the stars of the show, along with Roger, of course. His voice amazing. I knew that already. I've heard a lot of songs by The Who at this point. Power vocals, really setting the tone for the album. Lots of great, playful vocal inflections. He's clearly a master rock vocalist. I really enjoyed the horns that came in on this one. Kind of a nice contrast. When you think of rock, you don't always think of horns. It all blended beautifully. I see that John Entwistle did all those brass and horns on this album, so kudos to him. And of course, Keith, once again, I bow down to you for that amazing drumming right from the start. Towards the end, it was like rapid fire, light speed, pounding, drum fills, etc. Always ultra strong, just like Neil from Rush. Overall, such an exuberant power blast of a song to really give us the meat and potatoes of the story's theme, the album's theme about Jimmy finding himself, going through it all. Really enjoyable. All right, on to Quadrophenia, the title track. This is another instrumental orchestral track. I remember really loving this one, probably because of the orchestral elements, so let's dive right in. Great guitar, of course, as well. I don't remember it sounding like this. Nice. A beautiful valley. So many beautiful turns in this song. And the sea is back. Wow. Now I see why I loved it so much the first time around when I reacted to it. Interesting to see what my score was way back then. This was beautiful. So many great moments. So filmic, majestic, anthemic, bunch of other things. Wow. So another blast of rock and horns at the start. Didn't remember that. I thought it was all going to be orchestral, but it was this beautiful blend of rock, and the orchestra coming together as one. Awesome peaks and valleys here. I love the first slowdown. Okay, I start hearing the orchestral and classical music elements coming in. Beautiful. Things got so majestic. There were really a lot of vibes here. And then again, we drop into that soothing, softer keyboard section. That was beautiful. Then it got more mysterious, almost sounded Spanish later on in one of the bigger sections. I'm telling you, the amount of beautiful twists and turns here. I can imagine this is one of their most loved songs. It was and has been by me since the first time I heard it. Yes, this song had big moments, small moments. It got monumental at certain times throughout the song. Wow, such a journey of a song. Of course, I loved it. Felt progressive even. Plenty of everything. Lots of great keys, but again, the orchestral instruments, divine. And then more beautiful water at the end to tie it to the earlier songs. Love that. Sounds of the sea. Has anyone nicknamed this album the Wet Album? If not, I'll be the first. Okay, back to new territory with the next song, Cut My Hair. Jimmy continues to struggle with adulthood and fitting in at work, home, and with the mods. More high bass.
Why should I care if I have to cut my hair? I got to move with the fashion or be outcast.
Beautiful voice. I'll have to check out who that is.
I know I should fight, but my old man is really alright. And I'm still living at home, even though it won't last. Suit, white jacket with side pants 5 inches long. I'm out on the street again, and I'm leaping along. Dressed right for a beach fight, but I just can't explain why that uncertain feeling is still here in my brain. At school, have parents that seem so cool. And though I don't wanna hurt them, mine want me their way. I clean my room and my shoes, but my mother found a box of blues. And there doesn't seem much hope, they let me stay. Suit, white jacket with side pants 5 inches long. I'm out on the street again, and I'm leaping along. Just right for a beach fight.
Can't tell what that shaky instrument is.
That uncertain feeling is still here in my brain.
Love this part.
Why do I have to be different to them just to earn the respect of a dance hall friend? We have the same old row again and again. Why do I have to move
coming down. Got home on the very first train from town. My dad just left for work. He wasn't talking. It's all a game, and inside I'm just the same. My fried egg makes me sick first thing in the morning.
Closed after a gang of nearly 1,000 youths entered the Grand Hotel in pursuit of two leather-clad rockers. South Coast Police have warned that if the fights between rival gangs of mods and rockers continue, stricter security measures will be enforced at railway stations both in London and on the South Coast.
That was gorgeous. I had read a lot about certain songs like this one, about the voice on the television, the tea kettle, showing that the character is home. But once you hear it, it's just a whole different ball game. Didn't expect the slow ballad-esque type vibes of a lot of the song. Didn't expect the sorrow. I don't know, I just thought it would be another huge rock song for some reason, but this album's already proving to have such a great flow, changes, perfect storytelling, of course, appropriate. I guess I just didn't know what to expect. I kind of should have, knowing a few of the songs, but knowing it all is where it lies. Again, I love that beautiful, soft, ballad type vibe, especially in the beginning. It would go higher in energy, go back to that vibe, back and forth. And the vocals really, really impressed me. I'm sure I've heard Pete sing before, but I just checked and it was Pete singing lovely on those verses. I don't know, a different voice from Roger for sure. It was soft but strong, really connected with it. More awesome bass lines throughout this song. Of course, John probably never disappointed in their career. This song overall really shows the rock opera feel that this album is. Just the way it was presented, just the vibe, the feeling, the emotion. Perfect stuff here. Yeah, so it seems like the whole album is about Jimmy's journey, his emotional journey, his struggles, etc. So again, they're presenting the idea perfectly. They're navigating his journey perfectly through the music. Plenty of perfect emotional moments throughout this one. That's probably why I connected so much with it, why I loved it. Put it together with the song before it. Wow, a 1-2 punch. But I have a feeling there's a lot more of that emotion ahead in this double album. All right, the final song for today, The Punk and the Godfather. Jimmy goes to see one of his favorite bands in concert and gets rejected after seeking them out after the show. Now even rock and roll has betrayed him. I'm expecting this one to be a bit more wild than the last two, but let's see.
Chasing a destiny calling, you only earn what we
sits in empty rows. It all belongs to me, you know.
You declared you would be 3 inches taller. You only became what we made you. Thought you were chasing a destiny calling. You only earned what we gave you. You fell and cried as our people were starving. Now you know that we blame you. You tried to walk on the trail we were carving. Now you know that we framed you. I'm the guy in the sky, flying high, flashing eyes, no surprise. I told lies. I'm the punk in the guitar. Oh yeah, I'm the new president, and I grew and I bent. Don't you know? Don't it show? I'm the punk with the stutter.
Nice slow fade out. Interesting that they ended on that vibe. This song had like kind of 3 different vibes at least. That was one of them. A softer, more childlike, gentle vibe. I wish I knew what the words were. I couldn't follow the lyrics too much as far as how it relates to the storyline. But obviously, you know, they're at the concert, they're performing, but then the change up, a kind of stylized character voice comes in, and then that slow part, that high kind of childlike voice, really interesting. This is one that I'd have to, you know, hear more, learn it more, investigate more to hear what everything means, how it's presented, and what the lyrics are. So once again, we're back to those straightforward rock and roll vibes with some slight theatrical vibes. Again, very appropriate. Keith and John shining bright yet again, especially John. I'm thinking that he loves that fast playing, really cool stuff. Enjoyed it here, never got old. Of course, the main electric guitar and bass interlude kind of started the song, came back later, very strong, very memorable. It got more theatrical when the vocals changed up to that, you know, second vibe, we'll call it. Almost sounded Genesis-like, the way Phil Collins would change his voice to play different characters. And then again, that high childlike section, really interesting, really enjoyable. Each section just different enough from each other. Definitely a top song moment when we got those super panned left and right. Vocals started here, harmony here, beautiful together, really interesting sounding, you know, on my ears. Of course, I enjoyed the crowd noise, very appropriate to help tell the story, put us in that space. And then to take us out, more of those trio of vibes to slowly take us to the next chapter of the story. There's a lot ahead. I think I've read the full storyline, so there's going to be twists and turns, ups and downs, highs and lows. Can't wait for the rest of it. Yeah, so a great side 1 to this album. No surprise at all. I mean, it is The Who. It's a legendary album, obviously, double album. I'm not going to rate each one. Since it's all one story, I'll wait to the very end of the double album to give it a final rating as a whole. But I love these. My favorite were definitely I Am the Sea, Quadrophenia, and Cut My Hair. So thank you so much for the beginning of this journey. The amazing Roger Daltrey, Pete Townsend, John Entwistle, Keith Moon, John Curl, Chris Stainton, and of course the amazing Arnie. All right, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below if you wish to chat about these 5. I would love to know what you think, maybe which one is your favorite. So you take care, stay safe, stay hydrated, and remember to let peace, calm, and light into your day and night. And I'll see you next time in the past.